2000 nits brightness, check. 1080p 5-inch touchscreen display, check. Video recording to an SD card, check. HDMI and 3G SDI both ins and outs, check. But is there a catch? Let's find out. Shimbol Memory I Pro is a lightweight, compact, and feature-rich on-camera monitor that looks super sexy with the Sony FX3 or FX30, thanks to its gray finish. There are two versions of this monitor. The only difference is that the Pro version has 3G SDI and the regular Shimbol Memory I is HDMI only, but it costs almost 2 times less, being $280 versus $460 for the Pro version. I've been using another 1000 nits Shimbol 5-inch monitor with built-in video transmitter and receiver as my main monitor for the last couple of months. And let me tell you guys, image-wise and brightness-wise, it's on par with the Atomos Ninja 5. The Shimbol Memory I gets even brighter, and I can easily work in direct sunlight, no problem. Now let's have a look at what you get in the kit and some functionality of this monitor. So in the kit you'll find the manual, also you get a 3G SDI cable, super high quality cable, love this one. Also you get a short HDMI cable, but it's a very thick cable as well. You also get a protection cover or a protective glass for your monitor, which I have applied immediately as I unpacked the monitor. So here on the side you get your HDMI in, HDMI out, headphones jack and the DC in. On the back we see a little fan, also the NPF battery slot and the SDI in and out. On the bottom there is a 1/4 inch thread and also a USB-C port for debug only. And on the side we get the SD card, one more 1/4 inch slot, and in my kit we have an SD card from Tencent, a pretty nice SD card for 32 gigs by the way. And on top we have a power button and also the function 1 and function 2 buttons, which are customizable. You also get this little nice monitor mount made out of metal, it's okay. And that's it about the kit, so now let's have a look at the functionalities. So I have assigned the function 1 button to be the false color tool, and the second one is the zoom capability. So when it's turned off I cannot zoom with the pinch, but now I can do so. Also you get a little lock, so you can lock the monitor not to accidentally bump some buttons. Also you have the image flip, but not image mirroring, which is unfortunate, I'd like to have it. HDMI or SDI input, you get your traditional waveform, also RGB parade, which I use a ton, the histogram and the vectorscope, and you can change the opacity of all of those. In the next tab we have our safe area, grids, anamorphic modes and all that. So those are pretty standard functions and you do get those in most of the monitors these days, and I'm fine with this number of functionality in this monitor. I wish it had some more functions, but still I don't use them too often. So on the next tab we have our traditional peaking with different sensitivity and color, you can customize it as well, and the zoom menu, which I've showed you before, so pinch to zoom functionality. Then we have zebras, you can customize those as well. You have the monochrome colors and the false color too, and I really like that you can see different exposure values that are written on the right side of the screen when you are using false color. In the next tab you have your 3D LUT, so you can upload the 3D LUT with the SD card, and also here we have the gamma, HDR and color temperature settings. And if you hit the gear icon, you can change the display's brightness, contrast, saturation, and make some RGB adjustments to basically calibrate this monitor. In the record tab, you can pick between LT, HQ, and XQ, and also user trigger and timecode settings, and it's a pretty straightforward menu as well. If you hit the settings button, you can change the brightness or the backlight of the monitor. So here it is at 15%, and let me crank it up to 100%, so basically 2000 nits, and it's really bright, guys. It's super bright. So let me keep it down at around 30%, I guess. And you can also change the fan mode, so you can turn it off completely or put it to high. It's pretty loud when it's in the high mode, but in auto it's most of the time pretty quiet. You can format the SD card, assign the function button, and just dig into the menus for different reasons. Also, this monitor boots up for a pretty long time, it's like more than 10 seconds, so I suggest you just keep it on for the most of the day, because turning it on and off all the time is taking a lot of time. And of course, guys, you can record some media to this monitor or recorder, but there is a catch. You can only use the function buttons, the physical buttons on the monitor itself, but you cannot do anything with the touch screen. So no matter what you do, you just cannot assign any functions like waveform or something. It's just not working in the recording mode. So you can only see the audio levels, and the audio is not recorded, by the way, in the file, but I'll talk about it in a minute. So the battery life of this monitor with 100% brightness and recording in the same time is 1 hour 45 minutes with this little battery. And when the battery is drowning, you can see the little warning that counts down the time. The internal recording here is up to Full HD 60 frames per second, and as you can see, it looks decent compared to the internal 4K recording of the Sony a6300, and you can record up to 10 hours of Full HD 25 frames per second on 32GB SD card with no record limit. Keep in mind though that if the battery goes out of juice in the middle of the recording, the file will be corrupted. One more annoying nuance of the internal recording with this monitor is that it doesn't have any audio, so you'll need audio backup like wireless microphone with built-in recording or something, to make sure that you have audio somewhere else aside from the camera if your in-camera memory card fails. I see this recording function of Shimbol Memory I as a bonus feature for extreme redundancy just in case, or most likely to be able to record your camera screen with settings for tutorials and all that stuff. As far as the competition goes, to be honest, there is almost no such combination of features, especially anywhere near this price point. Yeah, this monitor isn't perfect. It has some nuances, but the pros totally outweigh the cons for me, and I can highly recommend to consider Shimbol Memory I and Memory I Pro if you need 3G SDI connectivity. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notifications bell. Here is a video for you to watch next. It's about Shimbol wireless video transmission system and TX-RX monitor I've mentioned in this video. See you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye.